So, hello everyone, good evening, and I am the reporter of the employment of minors. So, so I'm gonna tackle about the elements of house helpers. So, house helpers, mo sila ang mga tao nga kanang nagwork sa balay, such as atong gitawag og katabang or yaya or mga boy. So, anything nga nagwork sa balay, di ba? So, any person, whether male or female, who provides services in and around the employer's home, including providing for the personal comfort and convenience of the employer's household members. So, including services of family drivers, is referred to as house helper. So, the term domestic servant is synonymous with the term house helper. So, no, so anyone nga nag-work sa balay such as family drivers or mga yaya. So muna sila tong mga house helpers. So daghan sa ato ano ang wala kahibaw nga naa day mga balaod for them. So naasad ta diri mga classmate nga nag-work pod sa ilang mga amo dira sa mga balay as a helper, di ba? So next is here ako i-introduce ninyo ang mga laws for the house helpers. So, according to Labor Code Article 147, the employer must treat the housekeeper fairly and humanely. So, and that the housekeeper shall under no circumstances be subjected to physical assault. Of course, it should go without saying that anyone who physically abused another person or housekeeper would be held accountable under the relevant criminal law. So, we have a lot of mga stories nga ang mga house helpers kay gi-abuse sa ilahang mga amo and most of them are working abroad, right? Yung maltrato, wala isuldohan og tarong, so mga na physical abuse. So, ayaw mo sa mga nag-work dira na kanang sa balay no kay ayaw jud mo, don't be scared or in reporting those case kay mapiso gid na ang inyong mga amo ana. So swerte kayo ang mga tao nga makaamo sad og mga buutan gid no. Paswerte ay ron sad jud. So next is the popular article and law. So according to Article 152, employment record, the employer may keep such records as he may deem necessary to reflect the actual terms and conditions of employment of his house helper, which the latter shall authenticate by signature or thumb mark upon request of the employer. So, natin mga gitawag na batas kasambahay, no? Kung ano kay taron kay na tayo mga law for them. So, the Batas Kasambahay is an act instituting policy for the protection and welfare of domestic workers of house helpers to supplement or amend Article 143 of the Labor Code. The Batas Kasambahay provides. So, mo sila. So, Section 24, minimum wage. Kay, nanatay mga minimum wage karon although, mo na siya ang minimum ha, pero gamay ra gid kaayo gihapon, no? So, sa 2.5, pila na siya ang per day. So, gamay ra gid kaayo. So, it doesn't mean hamo na siya ang minimum kay mao na sad gid na ang kanang sweldo gyud. It depends sa inyong kontrata sa imuhang amo kung pila gid ang inyong sweldo, di ba? So, next. So, nasa day 2,000 pesos a month for those employed in chartered cities and first-class municipalities. So, it depends sa gihapon no, lahi sa gihapon no ang kanang ilahang range. Like kung naka sa NCR, kay 2.5 ilahang month, ilahang minimum per month. Nya if ever nga naka sa kanang other municipalities outside the NCR, kay 1.5 gamay education no. So, mo na siya ang minimum ha. Dili na gid siya mabilo pa anak ko. Mabilo na gid siya anak. Pwede na ninyo ireklamo. And then, so, Jud sa ingon na swerte itong mga kasambahay karon no. Kay unlike sad sa before kay wala jud sila mga benefits karon karon kay naa na natay SS for them, like gi-provide na gid ba gi-empowered gid na sa to ang government. So next. So in the Article 144, minimum cash wage, the minimum wage rates prescribed under the chapter shall be the basic cash wages which shall be paid to the house helpers in addition to lodging, food, and medical assistance. So, muna siya no, so understandable. So, mostly mong sa nag-work na house helpers kay stay in gyud, right? So nana sa balay, all expenses by the amo na, everything na imuhang mga ginabuhat sa balay sa imong amo. So in the Article 148 also, the board lodging and medical assistance. So the employer shall furnish the house helper free of charge, suitable and sanitary living quarters, as well as adequate food and medical assistance. So the ang inyo sa mga amo will mo provide sa sila dapat ani like such as medical assistance, food. Kay if nakakita mo tong sa MMK no nga story sa Pinoy nga yung amo ra pod kay Pinoy dito sa Amerika, heavy kayo ang yahang pagka maltrato dito, wala siya kaon, ipakaon na siya dog food. So if ever nakanami ka ilang nga inana gal gimaltrato sa amo, so direct gid mong sumbong dayon kay para ma-actionan. So next, Article 150, so service of the termination notice. So if the duration of the household service is not determined either in stipulation or by the nature of the service, the employer of the house helper may give notice to put an end to the relationship 5 days before the intended termination of the service. So dapat monotisan sila no usa katanggalon, like dili katanggalon agad-agad ba kay if ever nga ilan ang buhaton, so makalitan sad ka as a house helper, like di ka ka-prepare nga gipalayo sa deka. So in this way now na kanang the employer should kanang should inform you ahead of time, 5 days mo gina siya ana sa Article 150. If dili gali subong dayon sa ato ang balaod, sa ato ang mga kapulisan nga ana kalit-kalit kana jud uban nga mo kalit-kalit ta pud og panangtang wala say batasado. So next. So in the Article 145, assignment to non-household work. So no house helper shall be assigned to work in a commercial, industrial, or agricultural enterprise at a wage or salary rate lower than provided for agricultural or non-agricultural workers as prescribed herein. So very understandable na siya, guys. So additional sa anino kay example lang inyo sad as a house helper, inyong nasabutan pud nga kanang all around ka sa balay inana balay sa jud ka, pero kung ibutang na sa gali ka sa mga example pandaro-daro as based on the amo nimo wala sa iyang kasabutan, so pwede na nimo ireklamo. So it should be by contract or unsay mga nakasabutan ninyo at first nga na-hire ka as a position as a house helper. So next, so very common no tong hibaw-an is Article 146, the opportunity for education. If the house helper is under the age of 18 years, the employer shall give him or her an opportunity for at least elementary education. The cost of education shall be part of the house helper's compensation unless there is a stipulation to the contrary. So, daghan kay sa tuan no nga nag-working student na sila yung mga employer, mga house helpers sila. So, kani kay ang naragid sa contract is at least elementary education, but it depends on your employer if they are willing to nga paskwelahon ka college or pamanon kag high school. So ang cost pala na is part na siya sa house helpers compensation, kay naman sa gid tayo mga compensation as a worker. So kanino kay known kay sad ni siya kay not all kuan be employer kay buutan. So they are picky. if kuan gyud kung naiuban mo mo hunang if working student ka kay kanang dili kay ka capable sa all around, like limited ra imong time kay lagi magtuon pa, but there are a lot of employer who is very supportive sa jud sa ilang house helper. So again, pasorte ay ra sa jud. So next is the Article 149. So indemnity for just termination of services. If the period of household service is fixed, neither the employer nor the house helper may terminate the contract before the expiration of the term, except for a just cause. If the house helper is unjustly dismissed, he or she shall be paid the compensation already earned plus that for 15 days by way of indemnity. So very understandable no na kana dapat unjust termination of services kay dili sa jud ako na siya natakol atong article unsa na siya same na siya ning article 150 ang 149, so continuation na siya. So next, article 142. So contract of domestic service. So the original contract of domestic service shall not last for more than 2 years, but it may be renewed for such periods as may be agreed upon by the parties. So every contract ay 2 years agad siya. So it depends with your employer kung ila kang i-renew imong contract depende sad na sa performance sa house helper. No, if they are very religious to their work, so the employer ang mo kuan adjust ana if ganahan ba nila i-renew imong contract or dili na. No, so Article 151, employment certification. So upon the severance of the household service relation, the employer shall give the house helper a written statement of the nature and during of the service and his or her efficiency and conduct as house helper. So, laisyo siya no nga dapat ang nasa siya employment certification kay tanan jud gamit like if ikaw sa house helper kay gamit sa siya nimo kay kung mga apply kag lain nga work imo na siya ipakita nga you have the experience na. So, as ako na reporter sa no kay work na amazed ko nga wow like tas jud tay mga articles at mga law para sa itong mga kasambahay. So, napod sila yung mga benefits guys, government benefits at SS, pag-ibig, complete na pod sila. So, again, domestic or household service shall mean service in the employer's home which is usually necessary or desirable for the maintenance and enjoyment thereof and includes ministering to the personal comfort and convenience of the members of the employer's household, including services of family drivers. So, everything nga mga trabahante nag-work sa balay, so mo na sila ang mga house helpers. So mga boy again, mga yaya, so mo na sila ang mga house helpers. So thank you for listening guys and I hope that you learned something from me. So if you have questions, you can ping me in my messenger like in audio and also to my Gmail liking211@gmail.com. So don't hesitate to ask a question about my report. So thank you guys and God bless.